Hello.
Good morning, lad. Okay, back in action. The belt is on. We're good. Beautiful sunny day in Andorra. We're going to the shop. What is your question, really?
What do you used to do on your off season, and what other people are going to do after World Champs?
Well, like everyone, no one know. Everyone think I don't work. Then I was probably doing nothing. What people do afterwards, like basically they try to have some time off and hang out with friends, because during the season it's really hard, because you know all your friends who have a normal life, they probably go to the beach and hang out and they have a real summer, but at the same time they work as a normal job every day. They have to be at 8 o'clock at work and finish at 6 or 7 or 8. Then it's an opportunity to meet your friends, hang out with your parents, and for a month or two. But we definitely try to come back on the training like November, December, little by little. Better to start early, gentle, than starting in January flat out. Then yeah, you try to enjoy life, things you didn't do during the season because you had to be prepared for the racing. And some of the people who live like in Australia and New Zealand, I guess they even have a shorter period for holiday, because they have to train for their season. Then probably not easy. They probably use that time as well, maybe to stay home for a little bit, because most of them, I think they're based in Europe. Some of them to don't do so much travel, because they live in the other side of the world, and everything is happening on the other side of the world. Then that probably enjoy home for a month. You know, like it's probably hard for them. I think it's probably the hardest, because I mean, probably the Anna's family, at least he's hanging out with his sister, but some of the people probably feel lonely sometimes, except if you have a group of mates who come from Australia or whatever you can hang out with. But
yeah. So holidays, and then the earlier you start training again, the better it is?
Well, it is, but at the same time you don't want to burn yourself. Then you have to start early, yeah, but gentle. Don't be really like super focused, like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this today. No, just take it a day by day, and I guess build more your endurance. Go for a ride, but you don't have to go for like crazy ride, like hard already. Just like long distance, easy pace, you know, like just for once you can look at the birds and the scenery. And after, yeah, you don't have time to look at the birds and the scenery. You just have to crank hard and get the job done and go to the gym and be mean.
Do you think athletes look at each other on Instagram and see when the other ones are start training, so they can enjoy holidays, and then when they see someone to start training? Oh, definitely. Everyone is spying on everyone. Like I definitely, when the social media was on in the beginning, I was definitely trying to don't show any of my training. Oh,
or
yeah?
don't tell, yeah, for sure, because this is what I do and I don't want everyone to know exactly what I do. But I guess everyone knows now that everyone is training, but it is training and training. It is training. It is people who properly train and people who train on their own, and they do a little bit what do they feel, and the other one are definitely on the program what the trainer tell you to do.
Yeah.
And usually you don't have time to spend too much on social media when your trainer is with you, man. Your trainer don't like you to be on the phone between two exercises. He's going to smack you. Mine wasn't keen to that. He's like, dude, we're here for training.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I had no phone. The phone was in my locker, and I was doing the job for an hour and a half hard. I get out of there, I'm knackered, and I start my day doing my social media or my emails, my sponsors, and but definitely I was definitely not fucking around with them. With my phone I would probably get smacked. Or he would give me more training. He's like, oh, you have time for social media? Yeah, do 5 sets of that.
More.
Do more.
And
but hey, they have to deal with drinking too. Like, I mean, those guys.
Holidays.
Yeah, I mean, everyone like to have a good time and don't refuse anything. Like, I mean, having a couple drinks and enjoy real life stuff. then as an athlete you always have that little thing saying like, oh, this is not so good for you, you know, you always feel guilty of things you do. But that's funny how you can feel guilty in the off season when you're supposed to train or start training, and how you don't feel guilty when you basically winning a race or having a disaster weekend and just party hard, and next day you're like, oh well, everyone did it. It's because everyone did it, you always feel a lot better. But
and what about the staff from the World Cup team?
Well, the staff on the World Cup team, basically mechanics are going to be in holiday as well. They're going to prepare, if they stay in the team the next year, to make sure they have all the parts coming in for the early season, and make sure the riders have the right bike for training when they start training at home. The team manager, we go to Eurobike, but we all know that Eurobike is at the time just at the same time as World Championship. Then you have to go before in the early days on the Eurobike and fly to the World Championship, because you need to talk to your sponsor, you need to give back some love to the sponsor, the photos, the cover, the media you've been in. And for the people who are not in contract, or try to look for a new contract for the team, or as well as the riders, because some of the riders, they're allowed to have private deals. It could be on shoes, on a clothing apparel, or a couple of the thing. Then this have to be done. It's a lot easier when you did a great result or good season or good media coverage, because I mean,
easy to sell.
It's easier to sell. If you're everywhere, it's easy to sell. If you're nowhere and you have a bad season, that's a lot harder. You need to have a good agent. But we're not a big sport having a big agent. We have couple riders, we have agents, but we all know they take quite a bit of a percentage. Those percentage, for me, they should be, I think, a variation. You cannot ask the same percentage if you ask for 100,000 or if you get 10,000. I mean, it should be a proportion. I never had an agent. I had in the early days, but I find that really quickly, then I could talk for myself. It's not easy to sell yourself, definitely. It's a lot easier, well, like I say, when you have good social media, because it just shows them what it is, and you can talk for yourself. I mean, I know what I'm doing and I know what I can bring to the sponsor. Then I learned that, because in the beginning, like I say, it was not easy to talk about yourself. It's difficult to say, hey, I could be the best. Well, prove it, and it's not easy. But some people in a young age, they need agent or they need contact, and I received no later than this morning a couple messages for some rider from different discipline. We need some help. I never consider myself to be an agent, but lately I have more and more people asking me, maybe I should do.
You know people?
I know people, I know sponsors, I know some really good young athletes who would probably need some help, and we could be really good for some of the sponsors. But they need help as well, like I needed in the beginning, and maybe I should start this. I don't know, maybe, but I don't know. I consider even this morning, I'm like, should I do it? Because I do it already for a couple people I like to help, and but if I'm going to help everyone, should I be paid for it? Oh, that's a question. Because I'm going to, I mean, spend some time on that, and I'm going to basically put my balls to the table for those guys. Then it could be a good thing or a bad thing. If the rider do the good job, it's good. If he don't do a great job, I'm going to be the guy who is going to be blamed. Then
that's the challenge.
That's a challenge. I just need to be maybe selective on the riders I'm going to represent, I guess. But why not? If you're a rider, you need CG's help, we help you. But you have to pay me. I'm not for free.
Cool, so we wish good holidays to all the riders.
Yeah, good holiday, boys. Have fun. Not too much of the, and definitely enjoy your life. You know how much you do, even harder is going to be to pedal.
Yep.
Then yeah, keep this in mind. But yeah, team manager, good luck. Good luck for negotiating sponsors. Good luck for next year, and we'll see who is moving from which team to the other team. Because that's the part who is as well really interesting. At the end of the season, we want to know who is going where. After the World Championship, it's already some negotiation, because some people know they are in the end of the contract. Some people know they're locked up for 5 years or 3 years. Then it's not like soccer, you know, you don't buy contract over from team to the others. Maybe we come, because look like Aaron Green showed the way. Aaron Green making, we heard, so much, I guess, money. Maybe it would happen. We'll see. I think it's interesting for mountain biking.
Yeah, I like it.
I hope you guys understand more about what is the inside of MTB, and it's happening right now. We are in September, and September, October is basically where everything is happening. Later than that, November, December, you're definitely going to get what is left over. You don't want leftovers. All right, boys, have a good one and keep pushing.